Waves crash and howl as Hurricane Bettina unleashes her fury upon Russia's Black Sea coast. This unexpected late-season storm has exploded into one of the most powerful in decades. Coastal cities stand directly in Bettina's warpath as she charges north with winds screaming at over 140 kilometers per hour. Seaside communities brace for impact as the gathering tempest prepares to unleash severe flooding. Hello, and welcome to Unpredictable Planet. Bettina strikes in the early morning hours while residents sleep uneasily. Her whipping winds and torrential rain lash buildings and tree trunks, threatening to rip anything not bolted down and toss it inland. As dawn breaks, terrified locals peer out windows to survey the damage. Power poles splinter like twigs before Bettina's might. Homes and storefronts stand darkened without electricity. Emergency crews scramble to reopen roads blocked by torn foliage, but Bettina is just getting started. Her winds intensify through the morning, peaking at 144 kilometers per hour. Harbor debris takes flight like missiles. Entire rooftops shear off houses and businesses. Locals evacuate inland to escape Bettina's deadly grasp. Wind alone cannot satisfy Bettina's appetite for destruction. She summons the churning sea itself to aid annihilating the coastline. Tsunami-like waves surge onto land, devouring all in their path. The city of Balaclava suffers Bettina's full rage. Giant breakers overwhelm the picturesque harbor, leaving only chaos in their wake. Helpless boats and yachts have nowhere to flee. They are at the ocean's mercy. Video footage reveals Balaclava's once vibrant waterfront utterly demolished. Waves toss small vessels ashore like discarded toys. Larger ships list and threaten to capsize. Only splintered wreckage remains of piers and boardwalks. Further east, the howling tempest batters the seaside resort city Sochi. Trees shake violently before toppling, no match for Bettina's brutal winds. Brave locals capture footage of the ominous black clouds and swelling sea drawing inland. Destructive floods swamp coastal roads and communities. Waterlogged streets echo with car alarms as vehicles begin floating uncontrollably. Sea foam covers the flooding like an icy topping. Sochi's shoreline infrastructure now lies beneath the murderous surge. No coastal community escapes Bettina's lashing. Berdyansk endures punishing battering from wind and wave alike. Black sea breakers swallow the city's harbor, tearing apart anything bolted down. Police rescue trapped vehicles before they are swept out to a watery grave. Soaked locals brace themselves against the fearsome blasts. Terrified eyewitnesses in western Crimea watch helplessly as Bettina churns the once placid sea into a frothing cauldron. Winds howl like a pack of shrieking banshees. 30-meter-per-second gusts relentlessly siege the battered promenades. The vicious storm persists as night descends. Residents fear Bettina grows deadlier by the hour. As darkness enshrouds the beleaguered cities, the Tempest Queen continues whipping her oceanic forces into a frenzy. Roads vanish beneath the black flood as disoriented drivers desperately fight for control. Battling the mounting hurricane throughout the hellish night, emergency personnel rescue overwhelmed citizens across the decimated shoreline. Their weariness cannot compare to that of panicked parents clutching children or elderly too weak to flee Bettina's cold embrace. The furious winds do not distinguish between natural structures and human artifacts. All is equal prey before Bettina's cruelty. A towering tree collapses onto a crowded bus stop, though miraculously sparing the huddled refugees. Farther south, an adrenaline-spiked taxi driver watches in disbelief as his car is nearly flung airborne. A nearby fence shatters, flinging razor-sharp planks wildly. People flee as a rampaging storm surge consumes the coastal highway without mercy, cutting off the cities Saki and Yevpatoria. Yevpatoria suffers especially grievous blows from Hurricane Bettina's hammering waves and fierce winds. At least 15 houses sit swamped beneath the swirling dark waters. First responders rush to evacuate all 150 endangered citizens to safe shelter. No corner of Crimea's coast is left unscathed. 40,000 terror-stricken locals endure a dark, powerless night as electrical lines are severed across the peninsula. Howling wind snaps sturdy tree trunks like fragile twigs. Homes, large and small alike, lose their roofs to Bettina's clutching fury. Yet the stoic people of Crimea refuse to cower. While battered, their resolve remains standing tall. All available emergency responders and repair crews rally to restore order from the chaos. Police and medics labor through the hellish night, responding to the relentless calls for help. With battered cities plunged into blackness, shelters fill with shocked victims and nervous pets. Though without power, rescuers continue manually assisting anyone endangered by the unrelenting hurricane. Exhausted but unbroken, the Crimeans brace for another day of pummeling from the vengeful Bettina. The armies of emergency personnel prepare for the next round of her assault, fueled on coffee and dedication. Generators rumble to life, granting precious electricity to hospitals and shelters. Though nature's whims showed no mercy last night, the human spirit persists defiantly. Now, medicine, food, tools, and transportation must flow from unaffected areas to these storm-ravished communities. As morning dawns, Bettina continues savaging shoreline structures and flooding entire neighborhoods. Yet where her winds of chaos wail, order shall follow. For nothing lasts forever, especially hurricanes. The people of the Black Sea now endure hardship unleashed by both nature's fury and humanity's conflict. But their ancestors survived tempest and war alike. Now they must band together, shields raised, to weather Hurricane Bettina's merciless strike. This storm shall pass as all storms must, and when blue skies return, the cities Bettina broke shall be rebuilt stronger than before. Resilient hearts and hands will clear the debris and forge new futures from splintered remnants washed ashore. Such is the cycle of destruction and rebirth along coastlines worldwide. Though the sea may rage and storms may batter the land, the enduring human spirit always rises renewed. So take hope, sons and daughters of the Black Sea. Have courage through this trial and prepare to heal your communities in Bettina's aftermath. Your shores have weathered typhoons past and shall endure those still to come. Be strong, be wise, be ready, for the clouds will part, winds will calm, and waves will settle. The darkness will break at last.